So as I was saying, a good manager provides employees with like extrinsic and intrinsic rewards. And the extrinsic rewards are like the obvious things like money. You provide them with a salary and they stay motivated. And then there's the intrinsic rewards. Intrinsic rewards has more to do with like a sense of accomplishment. So you provide them with work that isn't like, it has like a use. And like, even if it's not that useful, you can still like praise them. You can still praise them for their work, even if it's not super productive. And that might keep them intrinsically motivated to keep working with you. I want to talk about like how to start a business. So what I heard is that you need a business license. It's like you need legal authority to run the business. So yeah, you get your business license and then you lease a place to operate the business, and you purchase assets. For example, maybe in like the newspaper printing industry, you buy like obviously the printers, and those are essential assets for the business. So you just buy the essential assets first, and then you might buy some non-essential things like I guess in the hotel industry, that non-essential items could be like amenities. You wouldn't buy amenities first. What you'd first do is buy his like lease. A property with lots of rooms in it. So I wanted to talk about like interpersonal relationships in the business. There's like different types of relationships. There's like employee to customer, employee to employee, and like manager to employee. And what I want to touch on first is like employee to employee. So So I want to talk about like mobile phone production. Like with mobile phones, it probably requires like multiple engineers with multiple areas of expertise. Maybe one is good with designing software for the phone. One is good at making cameras, and maybe one is good at enabling internet connectivity. So there's a lot of areas of expertise that go into making a phone, and if the employees aren't communicating with each other, then the design isn't going to be good. So that's a big part of why employee to employee communication is important, because your work is interrelated with one another's, and if you don't communicate, then the end product or service isn't going to turn out good. And one thing I've learned from university is that like in the service industries especially, you're not really serving so for example, in coffee shops, you're not really serving coffee, you're serving people. You're in the people business. You're in the people business serving coffee. So your business revolves around making people happy. It's not necessarily about how good your coffee is. And so that's a big part of why employee to customer relationships are so important. And then there's the manager to employee relationships. A big part of why employees are motivated are like the decisions that managers make for the business. Like, for example, if they decrease the pay, then the employees won't be motivated. So communication. Managers are meant to be communicating their decisions to employees. So, for example, let's say that a car manufacturer, the manager of, like, let's say Honda, the manager of Honda finds out that there's a defect in the airbags, and they want to recall the defective Honda is being sold on the market, and like adjust it so the airbags are functional. They have to communicate this decision with the employees working as salespeople in the car industry. So this is why manager and employee relationships are so important, because managers have specialist knowledge about the company, and they need to communicate. And they need to communicate this with the employees so they can like I guess correct their behavior and actions. So I want to talk about networking now. What they teach in university is that 80% of jobs are advertised by word of mouth. So like a good example of this is like a manager hiring his son for a position in the job. The job was never advertised online. It was the dad just told the son that there was a job position available, and the son just took it. So it was all just word of mouth. It was never advertised online. So this is why networking is so important, because some of these companies don't have the money for investing in advertising for these job positions. So if you want a better chance of finding a job, then you should be networking. I didn't network much in university. I just focused on study. I should have networked more. So I want to talk about how I could possibly start to make an income. Right now I'm with Centerlink. They're providing me with like an unemployment allowance. It's $758 per fortnight. And I've been saving money. So I think what I should be doing right now is building an audience for my books. Like, I don't know. I thought about like printing a book, and then just maybe going to like a shopping mall and advertising the book. Maybe go to like a bookstore at this city. I don't even know if that's, I don't know if I'd get kicked out for that, but you know, if I went somewhere where people enjoyed reading books and I just had a bunch of physical pages, then that could attract my target market, the target market for my books. I'd probably sell them for $20 per book. Maybe, I mean, this is like the easiest way to sell my books, because like I don't have to pay these publishers any money. I think like to publish a book traditionally, and when I say traditionally, I mean like they mass produce the book. They print like at least a couple hundred, and they put it physically in stores. That's like the traditional way of publishing. And I think it costs like $10,000, around $10,000 in Australia. I don't know if that's worth it. And you also have to get accepted by them, which is like a whole other ordeal to go through. And there's self-publishing. What I know about self-publishing is like you hire multiple companies. Like in traditional publishing, there's like the people working for that company help you in all aspects of publishing, but with self-publishing, you hire multiple companies to do multiple roles like editing and marketing. And apparently it's cheaper. I've pretty much given up on self-publishing because, I mean, I know I only got rejected one time, but these guys want These guys want money, and they also want a commission on all sales. If I just printed my books out and sold it outside a bookstore, then I'd just be paying for the paper and the ink